No, he's returned. He's returned. It's okay. But for now, I'll go through the builds, and we can wait until C-Mesh.
Can you hear me?
There he is.
I'm here, but it's just
I can indeed.
It seems my camera is just acting up for some reason, and yeah, I might have to just drop the camera and come back in a second if that's all right. Yep, boom.
That's okay. There you go. Here he is. We've got him back. It's all good.
So
I'm going to nip through. Do you want to nip through these builds on the red team very, very quickly?
Sure enough.
We can get on with this game.
We've got Frosty the Bowman, and he begins with his frostiness, playing the sword, dagger, and staff, using Magi's Amulet and Soldier in his gear. For his traits, he's using Nature Magic, Beast Mastery, and Druid. Next, we have Florilla CX, who's playing Mesmer, and in his traits, he's using Inspiration, Illusions, and Chronomancer. For his gear, he's using Staff, Sword, and Shield. Also taking his Sage Amulet and Scavenging Runes. Moving on to Trakon, and he's playing the Revenant. And he's on his gear, he's using Sword, Shield, and Staff, taking Marauders and Surging Runes. And on his traits, he's using Devastation, Invocation, and Herald. For Quack, hopefully not a Quack Ellie, he's playing Ellie, and he's using Water, Earth, and Tempest, taking the Dagger and Focus, using Menders and Rune of the Soldier. And finally, Offending Name, which isn't very offensive, he's using Staff, Scepter, and Warhorn, taking Wanderers and Soldier runes, using Curses, Soul Reaping, and Reaper as his traits.
And that's going to be a Bindo as well.
Oh, that Obindo?
I remember. Is it a Bindo? No, sorry, Imda. Imda. I get confused.
Oh,
sorry, it's Imda as well. Offending name, just so people know on the stream. So people know who Imda is, hopefully by now. But this team basically is the second seed, and they won the Gratchuru tournament that we saw from Helseth and Cinder a while ago. So there's a fair amount of those guys in this team. And they are seeded second. So they are basically the top 8 that we had seeded, or almost close to top 8, all ended up in the quarterfinal, and we've had the top 4 seeds in the semifinals. So this is actually quite good for the tournament itself. Just saying. But anyway, I'm good. I've asked them to ready up. They're going to be ready up shortly. I'm going to quickly go over Damon. Did you want to say anything else about that team at all? Anything specific you wanted to pick up on?
Oh, no, nothing particular. We'll talk about most of their abilities in the game anyway, so it's all good.
You all right, Samish?
Oh, hello.
Are you okay? You seem sad. Maybe I interrupted you. No, your mic's fine. I was just asking if you're okay. You just looked sad for a moment.
I was just concentrating really hard. I'm like putting my vibes into the game. It's like, let the red team win, kind of thing.
They've got 3 minutes and 4 starting it otherwise. Daemon is going to be running Elementalist. He's going to be going Dagger Focus, obviously. Earth, Water, and Tempest there. We're going to see Hybrid Venom, who will be playing Mesmer. He's going to go, Chronomancer. Illusions, Inspiration, Chronomancer. When you give them a little bit of a warning, they tend to quickly ready up, which is good. Tayskin Paladins, difference between him and Zan. I was going to say text me then. Him and Zan is going to be mainly the rune. And the Paladin's Amulet. He's going for leadership. We saw Water coming out from Zan, very much more supportive, I would say, and sustainy, although he's still got tank ability. We do see, obviously, coming out from Pain, he's going to be that power thief there. Obviously, the Daredevil going for Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Daredevil there. And then Wild Bindo. Bindo is on this team. He's going to be playing Reaper, Curses, and Spites, and that's going to be Wanderers with a Rune of the Soldier. How are we looking on this map so far, Samish?
Well, we see the Necro from Blue Team, Hybrid Venom, and the LA Daemon taking mid node, trying to keep the teams there. And we also see Tiskin holding the waterfall, even with the Mesmer from Florilla trying to be offensive on that node. They're all pushing to mid right now, and the team fight seems to be coercing, or how would I put that word? Well, yeah, coagulating to mid.
Yeah, indeed. Good stuff.
There we go.
That coordinated burst was ridiculous onto Flow. That stealth up of those 3 members on top was fantastic. They follow it up with this kill on Offending Name. And that is going to be Imda completely out of there. Trakon now is the next target. They are following with the kills. 1, 2, 3, down and out. The men are respawning right back on the map, but the Mesmer, who is going to be Hybrid Venom, does go over towards this quarry node to get the decap, but won't get it. Potentially he does have a portal. He does. Should be able to bring someone over from quarry unless they send more people over towards mid. They have the down member still. Trekon is bleeding out for eternity. Quack over towards this midpoint, cannot get away and will be taken out. That is 4 or 5 kills, and there's many minutes for this team, and they completely snowball the map into their favor. And now Pain looking for a target to pick up. Float does get away though. Distortion tries to heal up, doesn't use split, and is going to potentially not get away here. Completely not at all, as he is sandwiched between 3 members. And the bleed outs are amazing. That Flow and Quark has only just died. I mean, that was pretty crazy.
It's not looking very good for Red Team right now. They just... It seems at the beginning of the match, when Flo was heading towards the waterfall, the entire team was coming towards him. So he had to retreat and push to mid. Unfortunately, because he did that and doesn't have any stealth, he was the main focus, and he dropped from all of that. So, yeah, unfortunately, from then on, it just seemed like there's a steamroll. Now it's a question of what choices will they make to come back from this, because they need to split up the blue team in order to actually gain any foothold. How they do this? They can easily send either Quack or Frosty to hold one particular node. Don't send Flo, because Flo is easy to kill. Send someone who's taggy to decap a node and just like let everyone just pull towards him. I think they're doing that right now actually, because Frosty is handling 2 or 3 people. Tiskin is actually leaving the node right now, trying to go towards waterfall probably. And yeah, this is what they need to do. Just pull people away, split them up, and take them out.
This is pretty dominant right now in this game, to be fair. We've got 50 points coming out. Although they don't have a cap in their favor, looks like you said, Taskin will be able to pick up their mid cap. We see the Mesmers 1 versus 1. Are we going to see a plus up? We are. We're going to see Trekon is going to come over as that Revenant, of course. Tries to get the port, but as soon as he comes in, Venom's going to get away with that blink, of course. Good job from him going with the Phantasmal Disenchanter there rather than going for the Signet.
Oh, snap.
Which is a little bit of a decision. But anyway, over towards the waterfall, still kind of sandwiched between Trekon and Flo there. Taskin tries to get back on note, coming out of defense field as well. Elsewhere on the map, we see mid is going to be full capped potentially by Frosty. Seems like the waterfall is very much a distraction tactic at the moment for Red Team. They try to get back over to Quarry. And yeah, Quark and maybe Imdo doing quite well over here.
Unfortunately, Trekon went down in that waterfall. If they were able to like hold themselves there and actually win that fight, it would have been good for them. Unfortunately, since he's gone down, that's going to chain over to mid, which someone else is going to go down there. Offending Name has gone down on mine. It's not looking good for the Red Team at the moment. It's not looking good at all.
This is a bit of a revenge match. Like people were to say, because like Taskin and people mentioned that in chat. It's very true. It is a bit of a revenge match because this team, or members on this Red Team, did defeat members of the Blue Team in the final of the Groucheroo tournament. So this is quite interesting in itself, like in the semi-finals. So it is quite interesting that at the moment Taskin is kind of getting his own back right now, and this is the storyline of this matchup of this series. So good stuff at the moment from them. And there's the Moa coming out to Frosty. He's going to have to nip off node. Uses the 5 to get away. We're going to see an immobilize onto him. He's going to distance back onto point, but still, obviously, is going to be fine for a moment in time. Quark was taken out on the other side of the map as well. We are going to see a recap coming out from the offending name Necro on the team, on the Red Team, sorry, as well. So, at the moment, we do see a little bit of a comeback coming out from Show Dominance.
Yeah, it seems like they managed to keep that split up going after a while. Even though at first they lost each of their individual fights, they were able to come back and do the same thing again, try to split up the team, and they were able to win from their disadvantage. What just happened?
Bindo just comes back for the portal. Great work from the Mesmer. Good job. Activates the portal. Bindo he's mobilized for now, but that's great. Good support to this team. The Mesmer and the Ellie are working well with him to keep him alive and in these fights. And that is part of the reason as well they're able to be successful in these team fights. He's still hanging around at about 100 HP, transfers some of those conditions over. There's the support from Damon as well. Hybrid Venom looks like he's making a move over towards the quarry potentially, or at least trying to put some pressure on elsewhere on Flow, trying to dissipate this red team back over towards their close node. No one's going for a decap on the other end. Thief here, Thief action, and this is the benefit of having that Thief. He does not get the decap though, as Frosty the Bowman is going to be able to save that out in the end of the day as well. And you see a double of their score presently at the moment. Remember, there is the boss that can come back. Tayskin, Elixir S-Proc, he's going to be able to heal him as soon as he comes out. Good timing from the Elementalist. Demon saves him, and in the end, they get their own kill as they're trying to take out Tayskin. Trekin does go down in the end. Oh man, I was thinking about Rom then, how he used to run away from people, and people always used to trail him, trying to kill him, and the rest of his team would always trail from behind, killing the team who were pursuing him. Brings memories back. Oh, good memories. Miss Rom. Hashtag Miss Rom. Definitely. You guys do as well. I know you do. Anyway, offending name. Oh, no. He is going to go down here. Tayskin. And the pressure from Pain. Thief doing a fantastic job. Quark now. Looks like he's in no man's land. And we see one singular cap coming out from the team of Struikenduiken. And it doesn't look like it's really going to come back for the red team in the moment. They're having real problems.
Just like they had 2 cap, they were slowly coming back on the hold on to it. It's like after just a tiny bit of rotation there, they just fell apart for some reason. And it's mainly because Trekon went down, and from there the blue team was able to just steamroll and take everyone out and push them off of mid. But yeah, once again, it just seems like their individual fighting power doesn't seem to be coming out right now.
Over on this other side of the map, though, over on the quarry, Frosty and offending name, it's not too bad. Just so you know who we've got over here. Venom, Hybrid Venom, of course, playing on the Mesmer with Wild Bindo. Wild Bindo, there you go. It's an interesting matchup. I mean, it looks fairly sustained for them at the moment, but the Mesmer, the support as well, with, of course, the distortion and whatnot, and in the end, Frosty. That was a good matchup for them. I'm feeling it. Good stuff. They rotate into a good situation. They're able to pull out here a free cap, which was going to dominate this game in the end.
Yeah.
That will be probably close to the end of it. And we see now that Show Dominance have got a lot of work to do and some thinking to do as we go into the next game.
Yeah, it might just be the case of, like I said, the 4-5 being what it is right now. Like, you can see everything, just like in the last match with Rank 55 losing that one. The enemy team can see where the rotations are, and it makes it easier to react. And it's now when they go into the next match, let's see how they do in a match where you have to play with the blinders on, pretty much, as it were. And I was going to mention something with regards to the way Pain is playing. You said he was really good, and he's amazing actually. He literally, when he was running away from Trekon was about to use his elite, the dragon sneeze on him, and he just managed to evade it, even when he was facing his back. It was hilarious, absolutely amazing stuff. Good job on Pain. Those are the kind of things that show you a good player, even when
officially the dragon sneeze.
It's called the dragon. Everyone knows it's called the dragon sneeze, right?
I just like it. I just call it knockback, but okay. I prefer that actually. I do prefer that. Okay, semi-final. Next is going to be Battle of Kylo. They have some work to do. They have some work to do. Show Dominance are 1 seed above in second, and prediction was that they would go to the final versus rank 55. It's not the grand final, remember, it's just the final of the upper bracket. Battle of Kylo, though, will be our next map. Don't forget, guys, you can donate to the tournament by putting DEU, D stand for donations. You can do that, or you can click for EU donations below the bottom, just below the stream on the right hand side. The middle panel will give you information about the tournament, but make sure that you get these donations up, because this has been a fantastic tournament today. We're up to $538. Let's push that number closer to $1,000. Want to get these boys some great prices. We want to see people returning to this tournament. We want to see you coming into this tournament next time as well. Remember, you can play as a free agent. You can also play as a team. We did have a free agent team, obviously, in playing in today. Not too successful, but they got the opportunity to play in the tournament, which is what it's all about. But yeah, free agents. You don't know each other. It's always difficult, but it's always good to have the opportunity. You know, maybe they'll form a 5-main team. They'll get some synergy. That's the point, you know? Which is great. So obviously we've got, don't forget guys, obviously the PvP season starts on the 13th, which is this coming Tuesday. We also have the following week a new lobby for PvP, new mists. Same as you can tell them to get ready if you want. A new mists, a new automated tournament system. Loads of cool stuff coming up in the next couple. This is competitive month. We got world stuff, but PvP stuff is hype as hell. I'm excited for this.
Search for me, guys. I'm going to be legend.
I'll try and I'll try and get some. So yeah, we're just waiting for these guys to ready up. They are ready indeed. Simash is going to go through the splits for us as they come out into the map. We are 5 seconds away. Potential for this blue team to go to the final versus rank 55. Can Show Dominance come back? Take it away, mate.
All right, as we see, they're taking their close nodes, stealthing up, pushing to the side nodes probably. Let's see. They're playing defensive. Blue team is playing defensive. Red team is waiting. I think they're stealthing up even more. Yep. And they're pushing to the far node. The Mesmer going in first, putting pressure onto Tiskin. And no one is taking the mine, or windmill, that is. So it's pretty easy to just capture that node. Frosty's being very careful, trying to make sure he would just get blown up. But yeah, it seems the mansion is being defended. Florilla is actually running away, even though he's the attacker. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, Hybrid Venom and Pain are taking him out. Unfortunately, offending name is going to go down here.
Nice pull. No, it's not far away enough. I thought he might have just been out of range, but no.
Offending name needed to have run away by now, I think. Him staying here is actually a bad thing. Actually, no. Hybrid Venom and Pain are running away, going to mid to go and support the. Or actually, Hybrid Venom is standing with the Necro. Probably going to win that. But with the fact that... Wait, where's Pain? Pain is going back to Mansion now. So that's... Yeah. Offending name is making a good choice of leaving there. So, yeah, right now, we've got 2-cap for the blue team, and we need to see some reaction from the Show Dominance.
Okay, so let's have a look over towards this midpoint. Wild Bindo now as well. Everywhere else is starting to move in towards mid. You've got 2 Mesmers over on the mansion at the moment who will start to 1v1. Just wondering who's going to +1 that up. Which, sorry, if it's going to be the Thief or not. Or we're going to see a Rev popping over. Rev's still very much one of the stable classes we've seen today. Rev, Mesmer, and obviously Elementalist. Necro has been very stable as well. And this kind of that last class, Druid has been very much around. It's been Druid, NG, have very much been the other classes. So over here, we see a lot of pressure coming out onto Offending Name. It doesn't feel like we've got as much power in terms of support. They really want to bring him down and take him out into downstate. He's still got Reaper Shroud available quite soon. Good job from Quark, who does get the support out. And in the end, they kind of fizzle away in this mid-fight, actually, as well. And the focus goes back onto a Bindo from the Necromancer. And now Tayskin over on this midpoint. I think he's trying to help him just peel away, just with that stealth potential. Actually, sorry, I think that was a different gyro. We are going to see Hybrid Venom does go down over towards the mansion point as well. That's an important aspect of the game to occur. And now Offending Name over on the midpoint, taken into downstate. Is he going to vapor away? He is. I'm going to see the rest. It's not going to be the Necro, does it? It's too low. Although he's going to Reaper Shroud. Good res, good solid res there as well.
Well played, guys.
Yeah, very good job. That gives them the power to push back into mid, and they take Pain out. Just as the other players are so low HP, can they get another kill here? This would be really beneficial, but they bounce onto Offending Name, who just gets caught coming down the stairs. And that's going to be a distortion, potentially a res again. Both teams performing so well on this midpoint, but Blue only have 1 cap at the moment, and the fight continues, and Red will definitely be able to come back from this. Look at that portal over towards the mansion, and they do escape with their lives. They put the pressure on, but they do not commit so hard. They do! They're going back in. Why have they let that decap open over on the mansion? The Thief is just coming back in. Easy movement there. He can get the decap moved back into mid. And now on the other side of the map, Windmill, we've got this 1v1 between Hybrid Venom and obviously Frosty as well. I'm not sure. Maybe we're potentially going to see a portal there, but the portal at least keeps the Ranger Druid there. for a while. And even low, that is interesting. That red team bring that 2 cap into their favor, though, even though they leave that mansion node. And the thing is, the Mesmer is back over there, and they relied on a couple of those kills. That was quite a cheeky move.
It was all about the team fights right there, because from the very beginning, the blue team was staking on the fact that they were going to win that. They were actually getting some kills, getting some downs, but because of the rotation and the really good plays from the red team, from show dominance, they were able to prevent any of those kills from actually, any of those downs from becoming kills, and that kept them in the game. And the stealth plays, the teleportation, the focusing on the team fight and winning that team fight rather than saying, okay, let's run away and stay running away. They decide to come back in, surprise the enemy, because blue team didn't actually know they were going to come back. They thought they were just going to stay there and rotate around. They actually came back, wiped out the wild Bindo, and then took the match from there. But yeah, let's move on to what's happening right now. That was a
Mansion's been lost more times than I lost hair when I was 19. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, at the moment, this point has just been switching favor every moment that it gets capped. I mean, it's main point of contention along with mid right now. Windmill has been poked at a little bit. But really, Frosty is on it. I mean, he's guarding that point like anything. Quack needs to be careful here. He's desperate to keep this point contested, but it's better that he stays alive. We are going to see the... nice. Elite shout from offending name. Keeps them off for a moment, but they've left him in the wind. They've gone on to Node, and they completely left Quack on his own. I don't think we're going to see a res here. They need to get back on him, but Trekon and offending name aren't helping out here. They need to get over to this body. The Elementalist being alive in this team fight is so important. And look at that, Pain pulls Frosty away. He can't go for the res either. And really, the red team, Show Dominance, making a bit of a mistake, but now they're trying to go for the res. It's not going to happen. Wow, I think they made a really big mistake there. Pain played that so well, going over towards Windmill to pull Frosty away, to not go for the res. And that was interesting, questionable play by this Dominance team here. I think they made a couple of errors in that. But also... Pain played it fantastically. Although they could get a quick cheeky kill on Pain here. Needs to try and get out. 2k HP. Gets the heal, is fine.
Offending name goes down as well in the middle of that. Oh. And that is, well, it's not a major kill, but that could steamroll off of that into Florilla, obviously. And then Struikenduiken seems like he's also taking a beating too. He might have his heal. I don't see it. No, he doesn't. He's definitely going to go down now if he's not able to evade in the process. And yeah, he's down too. So with this, they're still really close together, 40 points apart. They can still come back. Blue team can still come back. Struikenduiken can still come back. That is the team name. And what I was just thinking was, they seem to be not focusing on one point, but then they changed. They just seem to change really quickly. That's what the show dominance seems to be good at this point, just changing really quickly to what they need, and they're able to hold this 2 cap right now because of that. And hopefully they can keep going with that. I mean, yeah, it's so far red team seems to be dominating with all their kills and rotations, but right now is where they have to hold. Yeah.
Not right now, and they're in a position over on the mansion node where they're going to lose Quark, and again, this is a questionable rotation. They're trying to pull something out of nothing, at least maybe distract them or pull away from this windmill node. They need to get back and cap that, so that's going to take a moment in time. Whether or not who's going to do that. If they can they're trying to get a focus kill done onto one of these guys as they move over to mid. Damon, though, Hybrid and Taste can get away completely unscathed almost. The Mesmer looks like he's pushing over towards Mansion to see if he can get anything out of this as well. Like Flo will... Cheeky by a wild Bindo there. Oh, 2 men actually. Trekon as well. Taskin, nice interrupt. Just defeats any momentum. Portal back for Flo. Means he's going to be more focused over on the midpoint. That means the Necro and the Engineer now from this blue team of Struikenduiken have to get back over, but Flo goes down as the power res coming out. Offending name needs to be careful. No distortion available, but the res gets back up. Oh, they're going to get both of these men back up. Oh, it's a battle of yo-yo here, and the red team start to lose members. Flo and offending name get taken out, and the other members need to be careful as well that they don't go down as things occur, and Frosty has to get back to the windmill, and that's... Oh, it's quite messy for those boys, unfortunately. Elementalist now having to push over towards far. but he's going to be tracked down by Tayskin as well, I do believe. And it could be Frosty the Bowman who's going to go down. Chaos Storm dropped on top of him as well. And that lead will start to extend as they get the free cap right on the button. Now, what do? Do they wait a moment for a regroup, or they try and disperse? It's getting towards 400 points. They can't regroup for too long because the game will be won if they do so. This is...
It's crazy. It's funny.
I mean, this is revenge right here.
It's hilarious because, just like I said in the last match, when the map changes, it's just a whole different ball game. Like, just on one map, you can easily see where everybody is and tell where people are going, and that changes the tactics. But when you have this kind of map with like high mobility, high elevations, it's really, really hard to keep the same rotations, and that's what you're seeing here. And they did good at the beginning, was keeping that up. How did they keep that up? They didn't do well in some of those fights. When they were sending people to certain places, they seemed to over-rotate, sending Florilla to certain places at wrong times. And as we can see right now, Struiken is capitalizing on that and taking the match for themselves. And we got one more match to go, and hopefully it's a tough one for both teams, because that'll be fun to cast.
One more to go. They've won, mate.
Wait, what?
They won the last game.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wait, what? My brain is not.
Like, what? They won the last.